George Jackson's last book, Blood in My Eye, speaks with the voice of the dead. Not only the dead George Jackson and his brother Jonathan, but the living dead in all of the jails and ghettos of this country. It speaks with the voices of the men who have already given themselves up for dead and who have nothing left to give, accepted death for the people. It is very much a book by a man who considered himself doomed. In his last letters, George wrote about the judicial process as the end game. He had foreseen and foretold his assassination at San Quentin 1,000 times. 10 years of blocking knife thrusts and the pick handles of sadistic pigs, he said. The fact that the author of this book lived with his death for so many years gives his book a kind of special importance. But it would be a mistake to consider it simply as the work of an individual. George always refused to consider himself an individual. Untold thousands, both inside and outside prison, join in its proclamation of total revolutionary war. This book was written literally in Bedlam, with the author locked in solitary for a minimum of 23.5 hours a day, in the midst of raucous screaming that never stopped. The screams of prisoners being beaten, the screams of men retreating from intolerable pain into madness. It is a book about taking that revolution that George worked and died for inside prison out into society at large. His message to his revolutionary brothers is crystal clear. Settle your quarrels. Come together. Understand the reality of our situation. Understand that fascism is already here, that people are already dying who could be saved, that generations more will die or live poor, butchered half lives if you failed to act. Do what must be done. Discover your humanity and your love in revolution. Pass on the torch. Join us. Give up your life for the people. George Jackson was shot and killed inside San Quentin on August 21st, 1971. The convicts who were with him inside the cell block where he was being confined have asserted that he sacrificed his own life to save them from an official massacre. This would only have been in keeping with the character of his entire life.